So we want to stretch out these two calf muscles to enable us to go into a good squatting position. So you're going to turn your wedge that way around. And then that's going to do the action of stretching out the back of your legs. So you can just do one leg at a time if it's easier. We're going to focus just on one leg at a time. So you can stretch the heel down to the ground, and then you can just ease it off. And you're going to do that 10 times. So you keep the knee straight and push the heel down towards the floor. And release. And do that again. Notice if it feels tight. And then we're going to get the deeper muscle as well. So you're going to keep the leg straight. So that same leg, we're going to do all on one leg to start with. And then what you're going to do is just bend the knee and then straighten it. So now you'll find that it's going deeper into that inner muscle. So doing it on the wedge, it's a little bit mild. If you want to do this better, hang off your stairs. Not at the top, bottom stair, and just have the one leg on the bottom stair, and you can drop it down a lot more considerably than you can on the wedge. So you're going to do it a few more times. So just bending that leg. Okay, so holding on to the door handle, straight shins. Yep, that's it. Keep the shins straight and then come down into the deepest squat that you can, keeping the shins vertical. Yeah. No, you need to take the feet a bit further forwards. That's it. Yeah, and then come back. So noticing how the tailbone has to kick back so that you can come down into your deeper squat.
Is that right?
Yeah, shins are upright, lovely. How's that feel?
Do that without the door now.
And then come up. So a couple of things that we can do in our daily life to get our squatting right. The first thing to do is to always sit on your sitting bones. Most of the time, oh look, everybody changed their position. Most of the time, in most of the chairs we sit on, we're tucked under and we're sitting on our tailbone, and that shortens the pelvic floor muscles, which then weakens them. So what I want you to do for the whole of your week until we're here next week is to sit on your sitting bones, and that brings your pelvis back into that untucked position where you're lengthening your pelvic floor. One of the reasons that we have more pelvic floor issues now than our ancestors did is because we spend so much of our lives with our pelvic floor tucked, with our pelvis tucked under. So sitting on your sitting bones. So remember that all this week, sit on your sitting bones. The second thing to do is to practice that vertical shin squatting, coming up and down out of your chair. Now that's really difficult to do. So what I want you to do first of all is to try and get up and down out of your chair, keeping the shins vertical. See how hard it is, and then we'll have a look at what you have to do to get that to happen. So have a go. So come up out of your chair with your shins vertical.
Can you use your hands?
No. Yeah, and then stand all the way up. Lovely. And then go back down, trying to keep the shins vertical. Lovely. So you've all got it. You have to tip forwards, don't you? You can't come upright how you would normally come up out of your chair and keep the shins vertical. So it doesn't look pretty. it doesn't. So it's not the kind of thing you might want to do when you're at work. But certainly when you're at home, getting on and off every chair. I've been doing it at home today. It's quite bizarre. And then I forget. So then I go, right, I'm going to go back down. So I make myself sit back down and then come back up again in that kind of straight shin position. And you can feel it's that untucking of the pelvis that you have to do. Okay, so have a couple more goes, coming up and down. So you do have to lean forwards, and then as you come up, push the knees back. And then keeping the shins straight again, so you have to really stick the bottom out, and then come and sit back down. Okay?
Or just flop down.
Just flop down. Okay, and just do that one more time. Lovely.
Yeah, I've never had creaky knees before. They're like cracking up and down.
So knees bent, spine nice and upright. So you're going to breathe in, take the right arm all the way up over the head. And as you breathe out, support yourself over the left leg. Take the right arm all the way over. Keep the knees in the squat position. Now on the inhale, you're going to take that right arm and sweep it forward. So you've got a back stretch as well, all the way over. And then that hand supports you on your right side. And then with your left arm, you're going to do a different movement. You're going to lasso over the head. So it really goes deeply into the shoulders. You've got two different movements. Okay, again, on the inhale, the right arm reaches up. On the exhale, you come over to the left. On the inhale, you sweep that arm forwards and then plant it on the right leg as you exhale. Now this time on the inhale, the left arm lassos over the head. You should get a really good crunch when you do that. Okay, and just once more on that side. So breathing in at the right side, breathing out over to the side. Then inhale, sweeping forwards, really stretch your back out. And breathing out, plant the hand on the thigh. And then breathing in, take the left arm up, lasso over the head.
I'll do that.
Exhale and come down. Then we're going to swap over sides. So now inhale, take the left arm up. Exhale, reach over to the right. And as you inhale, sweep forwards. And on the exhale, plant the hand on the thigh. Now inhaling, you're going to lasso the right arm around. And exhale, bring the hand down. Okay, so just twice more on that side. So inhale, the left arm up. Exhale it over. Inhale, sweep forwards. Exhale and come down. And then with the other hand, lasso and come down. Just one more time. So it's a good one for your thigh muscles as well. And then you're just going to fold forwards and have a nice stretch through the backs of the legs. So you can bend the knees if you need to. Let go of your head, let go of your spine. You can do a little wibble wobble if you need to just ease out. And then bend the knees, bring your hands onto the floor and just drop your knees onto the floor so that you end up lying on your belly. We're going to do a little bit of back strengthening before we lie down. So just slide your elbows underneath your collarbones and just come up into a simple back bend. And then release down, and this time just bring your hands onto the floor behind you. Draw the navel up into the spine, and as you breathe in, lift your chest, lift your collarbones, and as you breathe out, slowly lower, all the way down. And just repeat that again, breathing in. And as you breathe out, release, calm down. And repeat that a few more times. Make sure that you're lifting from your breastbone and not from your head, otherwise your neck will get stiff and uncomfortable. So the movement is just all extending from your breastbone. And what you're doing here is strengthening your back muscles. And when you come down after this last one, you can just stretch all the way back into child pose, so pushing back up onto your knees and taking your hips all the way back, rounding your back. And take your hips all the way back onto your heels. And then just coming down into the supine position, just lying flat onto your back, just for the last couple of minutes for relaxation. So if the lower back feels uncomfortable, then you can just bend up your knees, place the lower back more firmly down into the ground. Take a moment to check in with yourself, see how you feel. And then just follow the rhythm of your breath. Let your breath flow smoothly in, and smoothly out. Release your hips down into the mat. Relax the belly. And then relax your back. Release your lower back down into the mat. Release the middle of your back. Release the upper back. Draw the shoulder blades into the back of your body. And release across your collarbones. Soften your face. Ease your whole body down into the mat. And then begin to breathe more deeply. Draw the breath more dynamically in and out. Take a deep breath in this time, and as you breathe out, a big sigh. And then stretch into your body, stretch into your fingers, stretch into your toes. Have a full stretch through the whole of your body. And hug your knees back up into your chest. Bring your hands onto your knees and circle the knees around. Massage the back of your pelvis again. And then when you're ready, rolling over onto your right side. And slowly pushing all the way back up until you're sitting. Take a moment to just explore how you feel. And as you next breathe in, extend your arms right the way up over the head. Bring the palms of your hands together. And as you breathe out, just bring your hands all the way down into your heart. Thank you very much, Yogini Mamas. Namaste. And remember your homework, which is to sit on your sitting bones and try that vertical shin squat when you get on and off the toilet and in and out of a chair.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Matilda. We'll see you soon. Bye. Bye.
Such a good night. I was so broken the next day.
Not doing smiles today.
So broken. Actually swimming, Ben was puking out. So it's that.
All those lovely smiles
I have a bit
earlier.
as well, but I'm not really
That's
that
better.
sick.
Bye.
I had to
Bye,
sit for 2
Matilda.
hours in that
See you
really hot
soon.
swimming pool. Well, they all